2014 was a time in my life when I was screaming for a change. I know that everyone at some point has had that feeling. For me, it finally sparked something that spoke out saying, "This is enough." So the journey began to create something different, something better, something life-changing. During my journey, I've reflected back on my life and things I've done, learned, and overcome. That led to an almost re-evaluation of what I had learned and what I did not learn when I should have. All the lessons that I'm going to cover have been applicable to my life and have been used in many different situations. They have helped me not only create peace and happiness, but also to become a powerfully confident person who's not afraid to follow my passion. This is about more than creating peace. It's about using these lessons to create a stronger, better you. A you that is not afraid, that follows their passion, and creates the life that you want, deserve, and desire. We all want to know where we can find happiness. We seek it in jobs, relationships, hobbies, and places. I was once the same way, seeking and asking, where can I find this elusive happiness, hoping that someone could point me in the direction of the rock with my name on it that my happiness was buried under. That was then, when I wasn't happy, when I was struggling through every day, barely making ends meet, working dead-end jobs that paid decent but allowed little to no growth opportunity, getting home every evening too exhausted to enjoy the little time that I had with my family before the cycle started all over again the next day. For years, I felt like I was in a perpetual loop, like the movie Groundhog's Day, reliving the same boring, unsatisfying, negative day over and over again. And then, just like in the movie, after an untold amount of time cycling through the same negative existence, I woke up. The awakening was so real that I still remember the exact day and what I was doing when it happened. The day was August 6, 2014, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. Happiness isn't something you find in a job or in a person or in a tree or at the bottom of an ice cream carton. You create your happiness. And I wasn't happy. And it was my fault, and it was on me to change. Are you happy? If you aren't happy, if you didn't know that happiness is created and not found, and if you're tired of living in Groundhog's Day, I encourage you to stick with me for the duration, because the lessons that I will explore have the potential to change your entire life for the better, to allow you to break free of the negative and step fully into happiness. Learning, understanding, and applying these lessons to my life has helped me create and recognize happiness. Yes, happiness takes work, effort, sweat, tears, smiles, fears, and yes, sometimes even ice cream to create. There is not a quick fix to happiness and peace. In 2014, when I had this breakthrough, I was in the middle of my second separation from my husband of then 15 years, a mother of 2 elementary school boys that just couldn't quite act right at school, and working in a position that I loved, but for a company that I did not enjoy. We had no savings. I was miserable, and my family was miserable. But I was armed with this epiphany that happiness is created. But I had no clue how to create it, where to start, or what to do. The information that I'm going to give you here are the lessons that I have learned and applied from that day to this one, and that I believe are the most essential for creating happiness and peace that you deserve. Today, my husband and I celebrate 23 years married. My high school boys are B students and diehard band members. I work a job that is more fulfilling, but more importantly, I've lived peacefully and passionately every day since. The 5 life lessons. Lesson 1, personal responsibility. This isn't just the way things are. This is the way you made them. This is the result of your choices, your actions. yours. Andrew Caravan. The topics we'll discuss in this lesson include breaking through insanity and only you can change you. Lesson 2, encountering obstacles. Live the life of your dreams. When you start living the life of your dreams, there will be obstacles, doubters, mistakes, and setbacks along the way. But with hard work, perseverance, and self-belief, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Roy T. Bennett. The topics we're going to cover in this lesson include removing your first obstacle, yourself, and all obstacles can be overcome. Lesson 3, accessing better. Somewhere inside that hurting body, there is something better, something stronger, something real. R.M. Drake. The topics we'll cover in this lesson include making peace with the past and brand development. Lesson 4, change and consistency. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Albert Einstein. The topics we're going to cover in this section include knowing versus doing and changing choices changes circumstance. Lesson 5, embrace the journey. In the long run, we shape our lives, we shape ourselves. The process never ends until we die. And the choices we make ultimately are our own responsibility. Eleanor Roosevelt. The topics we're going to cover in this section include reason, season, and lifetime, and understanding that there is growth in the journey.